Welcome back to Unraveled Gaming Thoughts, and I have played Rococo and lost 3 times now because once again I'm good at games. And actually Rococo is a pretty challenging game to defeat the Madame Dubarry, who is the Automa or AI in Rococo. She's very easy to run, and the solo experientially, I would say this game is, I think I put it at like a 4. It's very easy AI to run. I don't know if I would call Madame Dubarry dynamic per se, but it's a good experience. It feels like you're playing the game, and it feels like you have a competing chance as you play the game. I have the deluxe version, so we have some fantastic coins that add to the tactile nature of the game. The pieces, all the dress pieces are, I mean, it's some really good heavy duty cardboard. The wooden player markers are very nicely done, and so overall, like, I mean, the thimble that comes with this game is fantastic. It's I mean, it looks like a gold thimble, and it's just a really good experience as a game. I easily could have played a couple more times. I enjoyed it. I would say that where it really kind of struggles a little bit is the initial setup is it takes up a decent amount of space. It takes a little bit of time to set up. You have to put all these dresses into the bags and shuffle that along with the parts and pieces that go with the game. And so setup can be a little bit time consuming, but it's not too bad. And the reset is actually really fast when it came to going from one game to the next. So I would say that overall was not a bad experience. And to some degree, I felt like this game was more fun to play solo than I felt like it was a little more engaging than, say, one like Parks, even though I think Parks is a tad higher on the scale. This challenge felt somewhat driven by luck because Madame Dubarry can do things that she doesn't have to pay for resources. And she can take high dollar dresses, and it's very random which dresses and coats she gets onto the board. So in this game, you can see here, she got all the decorations. I don't know if you can, you should be able to see it on the camera. At the top, this is the kind of the final, this is not the exact final board state because I moved some of the coats and dresses around and doing some things at the end. But the final board state was she had gotten all the decorations. I was able to get the last 3 times decoration, but I focused most of the game just trying to get more dresses than Madame Dubarry, and she gets automatic 4 turns per game, whereas the player gets 3. And I guess the assumption is that because you have more control, you can kind of, end up getting some pieces into the game, or you're able to like manipulate the game state a little bit more and might have more control over it. But she gets to count resources she gets as every 2 will give her a point. And her ability to just take the different statues makes it really hard. Like, it's very hard to get as many points as she has. I think the final score we had on this game was she had 102 and I ended up with 79. I would say most games I ended up around the 70, somewhere between 70 and 80. And I didn't feel like I was doing poorly in the game. I just could not get the resources to get to a statue fast enough because you have to collect resources, and that is not to say that I could not play this game better. I certainly probably could, and I'm sure there are some folks out there that might have done a much better job than I would at playing this. But I did feel like it was very, very challenging to catch Madame de Berry and to take the spots on the board, to get the master spaces. I got more of them on the last game than I did the first couple of games, but then I had to sacrifice giving up getting decorations as quickly as I might have liked. I did end my last game with very few, I think almost no resources remaining, which told me that I did a much more efficient job of using my resources. But it was hard to catch her, and she scored 102 in the last game based on how her cards came out, whereas the first couple of games she got in the 80 to 90 range. So it was kind of, it feels very like you almost have to get lucky and Madame de Berry have a bad game in order for, and you have a good game in order to actually beat her. It's one of those games that doesn't feel like you can kind of just through playing really well that you could actually defeat Madame de Berry, at least not innately. There might be a way of kind of anticipating percentage-wise what she could be drawing, but that feels like outside the scope of the game and kind of leaves the theme behind in order to just kind of play math against the AI, which is not nearly as fun. So this is a good game. I would recommend this game. It's very, especially this deluxe edition with the really cool pieces that feel very, it just adds to the overall experience. The deck management, I don't know that I would call it a deck builder, although in some of the comments I've made in other videos, I consider this a deck builder because your staff really determine what is going to happen from turn to turn. So I would probably say deck building is certainly a significant part of this game, and one could argue that it's the most significant part of this game. But there's probably some debate on that. So that is Rococo. Thanks for joining me today with Unraveled Gaming. If you have comments, I'd love to hear them. If you have found a way to consistently defeat Madame de Berry, I would love to hear about your strategy in the comments. That would make my day to learn some things that would help me be better at this game, because I like thank you, and I appreciate you watching the channel and taking a look at this, and I will answer any comments made in the below. Until next time, thank you for joining me at Unraveled Game Thoughts.